Kayak Angler magazine. And I'm here with Dave Mon, product designer at Wilderness Systems in Hatteras Island National Seashore, you can see behind us. And we're here to test out the new Thresher kayaks. Dave, could you tell us a little bit about these boats?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. We're working on two sizes of this boat. One that we've got right here in front of us is the 14-footer. We also have a 15.5, but the features are basically the same. It's just really, it's the length, a little bit in width. That's the difference between the two. But as we talk about the features and what we've done as far as the design of the boat, performance of the boat, really we're just looking at the same thing, other than just dealing with the weight of the paddler and gear that you may be putting on it, depending upon your conditions and the amount of gear that you're taking. Which boat's really going to be better for you?
Right.
On the deck side, one of our new features that we've got is a new handle system. We've gone away from kind of the suitcase type handles for this boat. It is a big boat. There's you got a lot of gear on it. The boat can start to have a lot of weight that's just associated with the boat and everything that you load onto it. So we wanted a handle that was a little bit easier to grab a hold of, really felt like it was something that was stout and you could have on it and comfortable in your hands. So both bow and stern, we've got a new handle design for the boat. From there, a new feature that we've got on our boat is this hood system. It's designed to where, and not that you're seeing it on here, but we have a strap that goes across this area. So if you're out paddling and casting and you need to shove your paddle in something real quick and don't want to put it in the paddle holder behind you, you can just jam it in here and the strap that goes across here will hold it there. And you can do whatever you need to and be able to pull that back out. Other features that we looked at is we wanted to have something that was going to shed water. Again, if you're out in the surf, we didn't want a lot of water loading up on the deck, be able to shed that water, but have a place where you can store gear. So inside we have a storage well, and this is designed so as it opens up, you've got a storage compartment inside where you can stow your gear. It does have scuppers in it. We are offering scupper plugs so that you can plug that up. Right. We're not saying that this is dry storage, but it's just a place where it'll shed the water. If you're going to be out and you want dry storage, obviously you use your dry bags and things like that to put in it. The next thing that we've got, we've kind of evolved on our pod system for fish finders, GPS units. And so this is where that's gone to now, is what we're calling a flex pod. It'll be a standard feature that we've got in both of these boats, and as we move forward with other boats, being able to utilize the same pod system.
From one boat to the next.
So yeah, someone that's got a couple different boats and they've got one fish finder, they don't want to have to take out the wirings and doing everything. So this is hooked on with a couple buckles. They can grab the handle, just pull this thing out, drop it into their other boat if they want to. So we really wanted to make sure that whatever brand that you had, it was going to fit through that transducer scupper hole. But that would be something that you just mount on the bottom of this. Some of the features that we've done on the hull is designed it so that wherever that transducer comes in depth in here, it's protected with the hull. So, if you're doing a beach launch or you're someplace where there's logs or rocks, you're not going to be banging that thing up in there. It's in there. Something that we've been working on is a new foot brace design. We've got a much larger pad. This is our static pad here, still adjustable. You actually have a little bit more travel on these than what we had with our old design. But we also offer that for a ruddered version too that has a pedal that pivots for you so that you'll be able to use that with the new design. Slide tracks, still key for a lot of our anglers, people wanting to be able to attach things to it. So we've got our 24-inch slide tracks on the front of it and also on the stern behind the seat to accommodate features with that. Another feature that we have is this new center console lid or hatch. Some of the features on it, we've got our 8-inch slide track where you can be able to mount any of your accessories on that. We've got some bungee in here to be able to hold things down as well as just a flat surface, something that you can, it's strong enough to stand on or sit on, so if you're sliding up to access in here, you can just go ahead and sit on that. Phase 3, seating, AirPro seating, standard. We've got that with our leg lifter system on it.
describe a little bit too about the hull design, and we can't see it on this model right here, but what are some things that you did with the hull to make it a better boat for open water and surf? You were talking a little bit about the bow having a little bit more volume in it. What about the rest of the keel and the stern? How have you designed it for surf use in open water?
Yeah, you know, some of the factors that we looked at is obviously as we're going through here, being able to go out past the breakers to get through the surf, to have a boat that's stable enough to be able to do that and to maintain speed to get out through it,
Right.
and not just get, you know, slapped in the chest with water.
Right.
So I talked a little bit about the bow, how we've developed the shape of it, flare that's above the water line. We wanted to keep, you know, below the water line fairly narrow, just to help with speed of the boat. You know, you guys are covering a lot of distance. We didn't want to slow the boat down any,
Right.
so we wanted to have, you know, as fast of a boat as possible. But then, you know, we're dealing with, you know, payload, other features, and so that's pushing that shape around. So it's really trying to play with getting that shape just right to where we can get the maximum amount of speed that we want out of it, get the stability that we want out of it, you know, be able to handle both going out through the surf and coming back in to have a good stable platform.
So Dave, this boat's a little bit different, a little departure from what Wilderness System is usually doing. It's a completely new design, a whole new idea. What were some of the challenges that you faced, you know, when starting out from scratch with this new boat?
You know, I'd say probably one of the biggest challenges I had was just the diversity of the type of fishing that's going on.
Right.
You know, whether we're here out on the East Coast and we're north or south on the East Coast, or down in Florida on the Gulf side or the Atlantic side, or we've taken the boat out west.
Right.
and we've had it up and down the West Coast. Conditions are different.
Right.
There's different water conditions that they're in, and you know, the fish that they're fishing for, the way that they outfit and rig a boat is different. So that's probably been one of my biggest challenges, is trying to design a boat that's going to handle all the different types of water conditions. Even though it's an offshore boat, there's a lot of different dynamics that's happening in all these different water areas. And to design a hull that's going to work as best as we can make it in all of those, but then to be able to accommodate, you know, the angler's needs on his style of fishing
Right.
and what he's fishing for.